So let me ask y'all, which one y'all think more important coming up in 2020? Comment below, let me know. Which one y'all think more important? Free agency or the draft? Yo, that what's going on, man? Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Philly Fresh, aka the General, here reporting for duty, man. The duty is today. I want to know from y'all. Comment below. Let me know which is more important to y'all in 2020. Is it the NFL draft or is it NFL free agency? Comment below. Let me know. I kind of had to sleep on this. I wanted to make a video last night about it, but I went live with my two guys, man. Philly Mike, Mike podcast talk podcast, sub them up, and Gate City and Gate City Sports Talk. I'm gonna put both of them in the description. Go sub them dudes up if you don't know, now you know. Sub them dudes up. But after our long conversation that we had last night, we was live last night. Check that out too. It's on 8 pages. I thought about it. At first, when I asked myself that question, I said, damn, I think it's the NFL draft. And I said, hold on, wait a minute. Bring it back a little bit. It's not. Because what we do in free agency is going to determine how high or what we reach for in the NFL draft. Like, okay, if we get a dude like Robbie Anderson at the wide receiver position, right? We get a dude like Robbie Anderson, Perriman. Y'all know the dudes that I want. Robbie Anderson, Perriman, Robinson, dudes like that. Then you might not have to reach in the first round as much or try to move up. I think you could probably get Jefferson at 21. You could probably stay put and get Jefferson at 21. Or you can try to get Mims, Denzel Mims, or Hamler, or something like that. So you really don't have to reach. Even though I still want to make sure that whatever talent that you get, your first round needs to be your best talent, of course. But it needs to be the best talent available at the wide receiver position. You have to make sure that you do that. Even if you do move up. But what I'm saying is not that much pressure on you to move up if you get a dude in free agency like Robbie Anderson. Okay, now let's talk about the linebacker position, right? Now, you might not have to reach for a guy like, even though I like him, what's his name? Akeem Davis Gathers. Like the dude. And also Zach Braun. I think his name Braun. Zach Braun. You might not have to reach for a guy like that if you get Shenault or Schmullet, whatever his name is, the middle linebacker for free agency from the Cleveland Browns. I always mess this dude name up. Don't laugh at me, Gate City. You laughed at me last night. I always mess this dude name up. But you might not have to. You can probably still get a dude like Malik Harris and try to get him in the third round if you have your middle linebacker already. So it's things like that we have to understand. Like, free agency comes first. Free agency starts on the 18th. And then with the cornerback situation, which I'm hearing, and this is another thing I want to talk about. Hold on, let me get up out of here. With the cornerback situation, right? With this Byron Jones thing, I'm hearing that Eagles really want this guy. I'm hearing Eagles really want this guy. $17 million. I don't know. Is he going to change your defense? Is he going to shut down half of a field for $17 million? Because that's what he needs to be able to do. He needs to be able to shut down half a field if you're going to pay him $17 million. But we all know it's going to be other dudes that's out there reaching for a cornerback. So his price tag is going to be high. He is the highest free agency. He is the best free agent cornerback in the game. And also he plays the outside. Most of these cornerbacks, like a dude like Harris, which is old, they play the nickel, they play the slot. So he is going to get the most money out of everybody. But if you do get a dude like that, then you probably don't have to reach excuse me, damn. You probably won't have to reach as much in a draft. You know what I mean? Like, instead of trying to get, come on, man, get out the way. Instead of trying to get like a Diggs, you can go down a little bit more. You could probably try to get like a Bryce Hall, or you could probably try to get like a Lamar Jackson. I think that you can pull that off if you have your free agencies in place already, to make sure that you are not reaching as much as you would if you didn't have these positions. You have to make sure that you are spending your money correctly when it comes to these free agents. You have to get, I think you have to get a wide receiver. This is a free agency. You have to get a wide receiver, you have to get a linebacker, and you have to get a cornerback. Those are the three things I think that we are going to need to make sure that we have a good draft. Because you got a good draft, you could probably get, I said it before, we don't need 10 rookies. But if you get them 3 spots, or if you get the 3 guys that I just named, you find a way to pull that off, I'm telling you, you don't even have to, you don't have to worry about really missing like that, because I don't have no problem with you using your 10 picks. Unless you're gonna trade up in the first round and get a wide receiver. So I ain't really got no problem with you using your 10 picks if you had them spots filled. So yes, I think that free agency is more important because it comes first. And these are the parts that we're trying to fill with veteran guys. So I think free agency is more important than the draft right now. I know everybody is hyped about this draft because everybody wants to worry about our first pick or our first 2 picks and making sure that they're wide receivers. I understand that. Don't get me wrong. I'm there with y'all. But it's bigger. It's deeper than rap. It's deeper than just the first round. It's deeper than just the second round. We got to make sure that we get players all across the board. You understand what I'm saying? Or we have so many holes and they need to be filled, but you need to start filling them. You need to start filling them in free agency. You have to make sure you might not be able to stop the leak, but you can start patching it up. So you make sure you start patching it up with these veteran guys, even though they might want a lot of money. You find a way to get dudes to put them in good position, so that way when it's time for you to draft, you're like, okay, I don't gotta reach for him because I got a guy there. So you gotta make sure, man, free agency, man, that you find some of these dudes, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments about that, man. Second half of this video coming up, but first, a word from my sponsor. Yeah, you see it. Been in an accident? Insurance agents giving you trouble? Don't worry. Go to BBC, man. Go to BBC. 108 West Baltimore Pike. If you're in the tri-state area, give them a call. I'm going to leave the phone number in the description, the address in the description. If you're in trouble, you get into a fender bender, whatever the case may be, and somebody hit your car and you wasn't even there. Whatever the case may be, man, Bodybuilders Collision will help you with it. Now, let's get into the Sixers, man. It's kind of hard for me to smile after a win, but last night I had to smile. Smile after a loss, but last night I had to smile after a loss, man. I think, and it wasn't just last night that had me like this, but I really think we might have found something. I don't know what took so long. I don't know if it was Shake's fault. Shake Milton, I don't know if it was Shake's fault. I don't know if it was Doug's fault. Or it could be a combination of both. But I think we found a third or fourth scorer. This dude is not afraid of the moment. He's not afraid to be big time. And if Doug wants to save Brett Brown. I don't know why the hell I keep saying Doug. But if Brett Brown wants to save his job, right? He is going to have to do this. Shake Milton needs to start at the point guard. Josh Richardson at the 2. Not Thibault. I can't remember his name. Ben Simmons need to play at the 4. And Bede at the 5. I'm talking about when everybody's healthy, when it's playoff time. Tobias needs to play at the 3. And that, even though the offense is going to go through Ben Simmons, you still need Shake Milton as your point guard. To another shooter, a dude not afraid of the moment, a dude would take somebody, another guy that can take somebody off the dribble. Because Ben really doesn't take people off the dribble. So when you get in the half-court offense, you can make sure that Shake Milton is facilitating. Shake Milton is running a pick and roll with Embiid. Shake Milton is getting others involved. Shake Milton is getting to the rack, getting fouled. What he did last night, and I can understand, like, when he had his first couple games coming into his zone against Atlanta and against Cleveland and against I think that was it, Atlanta and Cleveland. I was like, yeah, all right. But he went up against 3 different elite defenders and still dropped 39. He went up against Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Patrick Beverly. And he had them dudes looking around like, what the hell is going on? And I seen some fight in this team, and it started from him. That's the crazy part. Tobias did all right. He did his thing a little bit. But it started from Shake Milton. Shake Milton. And like I said, I don't know what took so long for this dude to get playing time. Why is Korkmaz coming off the bench before him? Why is Robinson III coming off coming off the bench before him? Meaning Shake Milton. And Glenn Robinson III needs to shut his damn mouth. He's talking about some, you don't know why you came to the Sixers. I meant to get on this the last video I just made. You came to the Sixers to shoot threes, and in the 6 games that you have played, you have not made one yet. So how about you get in the gym and think about that instead of opening your lips to the media talking about you don't know your role. Your role is to shoot, but you just ain't playing it right. Now let's get back to Shake Milton, man. I was kind of disgusted about that, I ain't gonna lie. Let's get back to Shake Milton. Can be a bona fide scorer for you. I'm not going to jump the gun and say this dude is going to be an all-star or anything like that, but I think that he can make an impact on the game if he plays like how he plays. If he has the free will to play how he played, this dude can make an impact on the game. If you take the ball out of Ben Simmons' hand, what you have did the last 2 years in the playoffs, right? The last 2 years, the ball has been taken out of Ben Simmons' hands in the playoffs. So you can get Shake Milton more involved. And Brett Brown, if you want to save your job, I think that's one of the things that you need to do. Let me know in the comments what y'all think, man. Y'all know what it is. Stay Philly, stay fresh, y'all.